Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Tuesday morning, 8:39 to be exact in the morning, and actually a mild day. It's already like 40 degrees outside. So what you see in front of you is the slow cooker. I made some carnitas. Ooh, steaming up the camera. So at about 1:30 in the morning, I put the pork shoulder butt roast in the slow cooker so we can have carnitas this morning. So that's what we're having. It's been in, it probably got done in about 5 hours or so. And it's definitely done. So I've got the comal warming up. Comal is something to warm your tortillas on. Yep. So I put a fork through it and it falls apart. You can see that. And it smells so good in the house. Even in our entryway. You walk in the door from the outside and you can smell it right away. So I'm going to warm up some tortillas and serve some carnitas. And that's what we're going to have for breakfast on this Tuesday morning. The only thing I don't have is I usually get limes to squeeze the juice in it. And dummy me, never bought any. So yeah, I'm going to have to do without the lime. So alright, I'm going to wait for that to warm up and then get some tortillas on there. Meanwhile, I want to keep this warm. I've got it on warm because it's already done, so I don't want it to get like overcooked where it's mushy. Alright everyone, so there is our carnitas. Glenn's just going to put some hot sauce on it, so I'm going to get it to him before it gets too cold. Okay, so for my tacos, since I don't have my limes, I have a bottle of lemon juice, so I think I'm just going to sprinkle some on there. It's not the same as the real thing, but... Alright, so there is our breakfast, and stay tuned for whatever comes today. Alright everyone, so we are done with our carnitas breakfast, and this is the leftover. Now keep in mind this was only half of one of the roast, so we have this much left over. So we'll have again carnitas tacos tomorrow morning, and there's a lot of juice left over, but I only left enough at the bottom so it doesn't get so soggy and mushy. I left enough in there to warm it up with some juice, but there is the rest of the broth here. It's almost 2 cups of broth there. So I'm going to keep that and make, I can make pork gravy or whatever out of it. So, yeah, I actually might even put a little bit more juice in there because we don't want so much juice in here where it's going to make it mushy. So, and then crock pot is empty, so I got to get that soaking because I'm going to put some baby back ribs in there in a little while. So we'll have some slow cooker baby back ribs tonight. Okay, so I went ahead and actually took all of the juice out of the carnitas. Yeah, just to take it out. So, and I put it all in here and I'm going to freeze it. So I just wanted to label it pork broth so we know what it is. Not that I just throw it in the freezer and can't figure out what it is. So, all right. Yeah, so that I got to tell you, even Glenn said so. Those carnitas were super delicious. They were so tender. They just yeah, they were delicious. So we'll have more tomorrow morning, and then yeah, for half of the roast. We actually, I don't know if I mentioned this, we each had 5 tacos. So that was 10 tacos of carnitas in one meal. And this would give you definitely 10 more tacos. So yeah, very pleased with that pork shoulder roast. Pork shoulder butt roast, whatever it is, but it was delicious. All right, everyone. So now it is time for slow cooker meal number 2 in the same day. So this morning I made the carnitas early this morning, and now I have the slow cooker cleaned up, and I'm gonna put some baby back ribs in there. So we're gonna have slow cooker baby back ribs, and this was an entire slab. I cut it in half, and it fits perfectly in there. So I'm gonna put it on low and cook it for about 4 to 5 hours. I don't want it to get to the point where it falls off the bone and it just shreds up, because I want to take the whole thing out when it's done and put the barbecue sauce on, and then maybe just put it in the oven for a little crispier top. So yeah, so slow cooker meal number 2 in the same day. All right, everyone, so it's time to take this slab of ribs out, and I'm going to put them on the cookie sheet. Of course, I lined it to minimize our cleanup, and then I'm going to put this in the oven after I put the barbecue sauce on for about a half hour or so. The baked potatoes are in there, they're almost done, so I'm going to take this last half hour to put the ribs in. So all right. As I said when I did the grocery haul, I don't eat too many of them. So, and this has been off for a while, and it stays warm for a while, so it didn't matter. All right, I'm going to just go put some barbecue sauce on there. And we are using Sweet Baby Ray's. I actually like the honey barbecue sauce, but I know Glenn likes just the regular, so I'll just put the regular on there. No big deal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, uncovered. There's our barbecue ribs, and what I made was only half of that slab that we got, so there's another slab for another night. So there's the barbecue ribs and baked potato, just got some butter, salt and pepper, and some cheese. So pretty simple. We're not extremely hungry, and both of us are feeling a little under the weather. So I didn't record much today, so I think I'm going to pick this video up in the morning. So stay tuned for Wednesday. Hey everyone, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Wednesday afternoon, and it's cold outside, so I don't know how long I'm going to make it outside. But I just wanted to go over our outside freezer, our chest freezer. We got that a couple years ago, and as you know, I just did a massive meat stock up with the awesome sales that the stores had last week. Well, today is the new day for a new week of sales, and I'm so glad we were able to stock up meat last week, because there are no good sales this week on meats. Well, there's one on shoulder pork roast for $1.79 a pound at Piggly Wiggly. But other than that, I don't see anything that would really stand out as to what we would get and that we could stock up on. Yeah, so I really just want to go over our grocery haul more. Sorry, I've got my hands covered up here. I didn't put gloves on, and I really didn't have a plan for this part of the video, but but I really actually just want to go over what that meat haul has opened up for us or allowed us to do besides stock up. So if you see in all my grocery hauls, most of the stuff I stock up on our just like staple items, pantry items, canned goods, sugar, flour, things like that. I always stock up on those. And that has allowed us to get a good stock up on those items where for this month I didn't have to worry about really getting anything for those. So I didn't have to worry about buying sugar, flour, anything like that. Canned goods, except like I think I got some peas for Glenn, but I didn't really stock up on those items this month. And it allowed us to stock up on the meats, which we took advantage of those sales, and they were amazing sales. So in a minute here, I'm going to show you the inside of our chest freezer. And I don't know if I'm going to go through it now or in the next video, but it stocked up our chest freezer to the top. Not to say that the entire freezer is from this meat haul. It's not. We probably had it half full, or maybe between half and 3/4 full. But the meats that we were able to pick up filled up the freezer. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to actually take stuff out and go through all that stuff so you can see what we have in our freezer, what we're able to stock up on and keep stocked up on. So, and the purpose obviously for stocking up all this stuff is to have a prepared pantry in case anything happens and we can't get to the grocery store, or they run out of stuff. There's things are so high priced that you just can't afford to buy them anymore. So when you see those sales, or when we see those sales, we definitely want to take advantage. I'm kind of here at the doorway of the garage, if you can't tell. So yeah, so as far as, and I wanted to go over food pantry visits as well, is some of you are probably thinking, well, you just bought all this food, you don't need to go to the food pantry, blah blah blah. And I just wanted to touch on that subject as well. I think I touched a little bit on it during the video, the grocery haul video, but I still intend on going to the weekly food pantry, because we don't count on our meats from there, but we count on our produce and canned goods from there. So let's get this out of the way. I know people think you're taking away from other families that need food and such. And some of you, I know one of you at least, that made comments is that you're not going to the pantries because you think you're taking away from another family. I strongly suggest you go to the food pantry. You are not taking away from another family. What you have to realize is a lot of these food pantries are pushing people to take as much as they want of certain items because they have so much of it. And if you don't take it, it's just going to get thrown away. So better to have it used by someone than to have it thrown away. Food is just too hard to come by these days. So if you need help getting food, go get food. Don't have the mindset that I'll save it for another family. There's plenty of food out there being given away. And I know for our community, at least, when I go to the weekly food pantry, they're pushing me to take however many potatoes and onions and this and that I can. So that is the reason I still go, because food is going to be thrown away. All this produce is going to be thrown away. And it's produce that we use, so why not go get it? So that the mindset people have of, well, you can afford to buy these groceries, so you don't need to go to the food pantry. That's not necessarily true, because we spent the majority of our money on all of this meat. So if we didn't already have a stocked up pantry for canned goods, flours, sugars, things like that, we wouldn't have been able to buy any of that. So we used whatever we could to buy the meats, and vice versa. If we didn't already have that stocked up pantry of canned goods and things like that, you know, we either buy one or the other. We can't afford both in the same grocery haul, so we get one or the other. Now, what this last meat haul has allowed for us is to not have to worry about it if there's no meat on sale, or when next month comes along and there's no good sales, because the meats we bought are going to take us almost 2 months, guaranteed almost 2 months. Now, we just had the carnitas, and that was only half of one of the pork shoulder butt roast. I cut those in half, and we ate off it for 2 days, and it made basically just about 20 tacos, 20 carnita tacos. So, and today was the second day we ate off of it, and we loaded the meat up in our tacos today. So, yeah, it's allowing us to not have to worry about if we can't find a meat on sale or, something like that. So that's what it allowed us to do. Now, in next month's grocery haul, I already have to start a list of some stuff I do have to get, and sugar's probably going to be one of them. And if you've seen my other grocery hauls, sugar I get by the 25-pound bag. So sugar's going to start the list. Coffee creamer for Glenn. I don't drink coffee, but he does, so we got to have that in stock. There's just, it's all about starting your next grocery list before you go to the grocery store, because that helps narrow down pretty much how much you need to spend and just stay stocked up. So yeah, there's so many things that go behind the reasons that even if you get groceries, that you still should go to the food pantry. At least in our community, we get our produce. Most of our produce comes from the food pantry, the weekly one. We're always getting potatoes and onions, which is something we always use. Even though I just bought a 10-pound bag of potatoes, we get potatoes from the food pantry, and that allows us to just make more side items from potatoes. There's different ways you can use those potatoes. So yeah, there's just so much to say, and the importance of stocking up on those sale items when you find them. And for those that think they shouldn't go to the food pantry because you're taking from someone, don't think that way. Just go. You need to just go. If you need the help, go. Yeah, if it wasn't for the food pantries, even though we have grocery hauls, we wouldn't have nearly as much as we do. There were times when we get meats from the pantry, that we would just eat like canned soup and things like that for a little bit, just so we could save the meat, so we could stock it up. So yeah, I urge you to go to the pantry, even though you think you might be taking from somebody else, or you don't need to go if that's your mindset, because I know people are out there thinking, and I'm not saying it's any of you, but some of those who probably don't comment, every now and then you'll see a comment that, oh, you just got all these groceries, you don't need to go to the food pantry. Well, one doesn't know another situation. So, and for you guys that have been with me for a long time or just subscribed, I appreciate all the support you give me, and thank you for just being a positive community. So I couldn't do this without you guys, and if I can encourage somebody or help somebody make that decision to step into that food pantry, don't worry about what others think. It doesn't matter. They're not putting food on your table, so don't worry about it. So do what you need to do to survive in this world with the high cost of food. So I guess that's my ramble on that. All right, everyone. So this is the top of our chest freezer, and I think, if I remember correct, this is 5 cubic feet. It's a square one. I don't know if it's 3 or 5, but nonetheless, You see at the top here some of the meats we got at our last grocery haul. Some butters I stocked up on. This whipped topping is still not from this month or even last month, I don't think. But I usually buy like 3 at a time, and I still got that one. So what I think I'll do, this is just to give you a top view of it. And I save, I save, like if there's something I like that I don't want to go buy again, but I'm the only one that eats it, I'll save it. So I know a couple of you have told me about, like, I like that fluffy white cake frosting, and some of you have told me what it is, and I'm going to look into making my own at some point. But the last time we had it, or only I had it, I don't use it all, so I just froze it. I froze the last one, and this is probably half full. But next time we have a cake and I want that frosting, I know I can just come to the freezer and take it out. So yeah, that's the top view. Now I think I'm going to save it for the next video, and I know you probably want me to do it now, but it is getting a little late. It's probably like 3:30 now, and I do need to get some stuff done in the house. And I'm going to come out when I'm a little more prepared with my fingers, and because I'm a little cold right now, and I'm trying to cover my fingers. But I am going to take everything out of here, and I'm going to do it on a video so you can see everything we have, because I do have to get a table set up here so I can set stuff on. And I think I'm going to use Glenn's RC table now. So in the next video, you're going to get to see me empty this freezer out, and we're going to see what we have in the freezer. I know what we have in the freezer, but so you can see what we have in the freezer. Okay, so that'll be coming up on the next video. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified when that next video comes out, so you don't miss it. All right, so I showed you the top of the freezer, that it's full to the top, and like I said, in the next video you're going to get to see what's in the freezer that we're stocked up on. So, and like I said also, you're still going to see food pantry hauls, because I am going to go to the food pantry tomorrow. It's a weekly one, and that's where we're going to get our produce and canned goods. So we usually get one meat item, which is always a blessing. But from week to week, we don't know what we're going to get. So, and if there was a week that they didn't have a meat item, so be it, because we've been very blessed to get a meat item every single week. And sometimes they have dairy, eggs or butter, but it's not every week, and it's not even every couple weeks. It might be once a month. So I did see a really good, in the ads for Piggly Wiggly, a good sale. Old World Creamery butter, and that's made here in town. That's factory here in town. And the sale is, if you buy 2 boxes of a 10-pack of Eggo waffles, and they're on sale for 2 for $5, which we like waffles, you can get a pound, which is 1 block with the 4 sticks of Old Creamery butter for $1.49. I'd be stupid not to take advantage of that deal. So yeah, last night at midnight, when I knew the sale pages would turn, I was already on the computer looking at the sales. So it's so important. And what I think I'll do, I don't know if it won't be in this video or even the next video, but the video after that, I'll try to fit in the next video, is I'm going to bring up my computer screen and show you all the sale papers I go through, and show you how I determine where I'm going to get what food at what store. Like I said, we have umpteen amount of grocery stores for this smaller city. I guess I'll call it a city, but we actually have more of a town frame. But I'll show you how I look through these grocery stores and how I determine where I'm going to get what food at what store. And all these stores are within 10 minutes of each other in our house. So stay tuned for that on the next video. Okay, so that's it for now. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you like to watch grocery hauls, food pantry hauls, cooking videos, some organization, outside chores, inside chores every day, I do it all for us. If you're new, my husband Glenn is disabled. Sorry about the background noise. I'm outside. He's disabled, so I have to do inside, outside, grocery, cooking, errands, everything. So if you want to watch those kind of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you always hit the notification bell and the like button. So, I guess that's it for now. I think I'm missing something, but yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to head in because it's almost time to start supper and get this video uploaded. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I appreciate all your support. And yes, that's what I was going to say. If you haven't already checked out my second channel, Wisconsin Backyard Bird Watching, if you love birds, if you love nature, or if you're disabled or bedridden and you can't get out to it, check out my other channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. It's all about the birds. So a lot of bird watching, just peaceful bird sounds. And if there's anything you'd like to see on that channel or this channel, drop a comment below. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.